All right, Matt fam, this is the biggest box I've ever gotten at my P.O. box. Shout out to Rose who sent it. Can't wait to see what's in this puppy. Plus, good looking on sending me an email that you had sent this because they were actually going to return it to you because it was so big. There's, I guess, a small window where I have to pick it up in 3 days, and it came in an odd time where the post office hours were messed up. I went there, but they were closed, so I waited a few days. But anyway, we have it. It's safe, and I can't wait to crack that open. We also have another box, I'm surprised, from Comet TV. We'll crack that open too at the end because I'm dying to know what's inside this one. I got to do this in a clever way, though, so I do not show the address of Rose. She said it was a sculpture. That's all I know. A sculpture she did a few years ago. All right, I'm going to flip it over to cut the other side. All right. Oh, boy. This thing is big. There we go. Ron Hayes. Baka. You guys can get a first look with me here. That's some bubble wrap. Got a little note. Hey Ronnie, hope you enjoy this there's a spoiler. It's a Last of Us inspired. I'll read the note. Oh, I'm super hyped now. Last of Us inspired. What in the world? Yo. A Last of Us inspired sculpture. I want to be careful with it. What the heck? Oh my God. Okay, let me be super careful with this. Let me come around the side. That's obviously the body. Yo! Alright, let me pull this out. Alright, so I set it on my shelf. And we're going to carefully unmask this ugly SOB. It's like the Batman where they're unmasking Joker. Hold on. Alright, I just wanted to untangle that. There we go. Yo, that is crazy. That is crazy. It's like a paper mache sculpture. It's real light. It's got a little fungus. Look at the mouth. Yo! That is tight. That is tight. I think I rubbed off some of the moss. Some moss came off. That is funny. Well, you know, I had this shelf free for something because I moved things around a little bit. I might just put this here for a little bit. I don't know how much of it would get into the, get into the camera. But how tight is that? A clicker. Massive thank you to Rose for sending something in like this. This is insane. Absolutely insane. It's so gross too. It looks better in natural lighting when you're not blasting the light on it, because you could see a lot more of the darker look to it. Blasting the light on it gives it this really brightened look to it, but when you take the light off it and you just look in natural lighting, it has a more darker flesh tone to it. That is crazy. Let me read the note. Alright, so Rose says, "Hey Ronnie, hope you enjoyed this Last of Us inspired bloater / clicker bust. A couple years ago, I created this sculpture for an art project in high school. I used various materials such as paper mache, styrofoam, paper clay, and real moss. Also, be careful with the moss, it's fragile. Recently, I had to redesign the area where I keep my video game collection. This sculpture took up too much space, and I felt that it was time to part ways with it. At first, I thought of selling it, but I wanted to make sure this sculpture goes to someone who is passionate for the game as I am. I discovered your channel by watching your clicker statue reviews video. Afterwards, I continued to watch your content. I knew you would love something like this due to the lack of Last of Us collectibles out there. Hopefully, this will make a great addition. Can't wait to see you. Right? Can't wait to see you play The Last of Us 2. Rose. P.S. If anything breaks, hot glue should do the trick. Hot or super glue. Did I read that right? Oh, yeah. That is incredible. Massive thank you to Rose. I could definitely see the size being something you got to keep in mind when you're trying to find a place for it. Luckily, I had an open shelf. Walter White was sitting up there, but luckily I had an open shelf. I might think about getting something, because I wanted something that was big to fill up some space on top there, so I might actually get one up in this area. I'm not sure, but we'll have to see. This seems to be holding it just fine, but I would feel better if it was on a more sturdy bookcase or something, because it's light for what you would think. You look at it and it looks like a solid rock, but it is still got a little bit of weight to it. So thank you very much. This is the clicker bust Rose was referring to, and this is kind of like a clicker / bloater design here. Like a bloater body, clickerish head. I love that head though, with that teeth and the spit. Massive thank you, Rose. I want to open this though real quick, because Comet TV is the TV station where they show a lot of, like, you know, sci-fi stuff. They got horror stuff on there, and I thought they just did like a box or two just as a initial promo, but I guess they're sending out a few boxes every month. Tether Group, sci-fi and horror classic, The Terminator. So they got The Terminator on there. They got limited edition. Wait, well, you know what? Let's look at the box and then we'll go over that, because I think that's talking about what's in the box. Babylon 5, Christmas Day Marathon, Tuesday. Alright, so this is an older box, but this looks like it is something that has to do with food. I don't know. I'm saving a bunch of these things, like that Babylon 5 print and those photo things. Hey, is this... Okay, so it's popcorn. And I'm collecting up a box to do like a giveaway and stuff. So stuff like this is going to go in it, because I'm not really a big fan of Babylon 5, but I know some people who are on the channel. John Connor. This is neat because NECA is making a John Connor figure to go with their Terminator 2 collection. So you can, you know, put a little John Connor dog tag by the figure if you put him on display. And then that looks like it's from the Blair Witch Project. Yep, look at that. This is actually cool. I like this. I might hang this up somewhere in the office. Yeah, I like this. This is going to go in the office somewhere. And then we got a t-shirt here. Yeah, and it's a muscle shirt, no sleeves on it, and it says Skynet. Artificial intelligence. That's actually pretty neat. So, shout out to Comet TV. Let me see what they got airing for those interested, because they usually do like a little program listing here. Babylon 5 custom cereal box. Perfect treat to celebrate. Oh, it says cereal box. Terminator dog tags, Blair Witch Halloween ornament. I'm just going to hang that up because it looks neat. Put it on the Blu-ray shelf. Yeah, here we go. You got Babylon 5, Stigmata, Area 10, and this is to give you an idea. Even if it's late, you got an idea of what they play, like the Blair Witch Project, Terminator. So if you ever want to check them out, Hurtin' for Burton from Dusk Till Dawn trilogy. So if you ever, Adventures of Buckaroo Bonanza, if you ever want to check them out and see what they got airing in, January, February of 2019, they got Chips, the series, sci-fi horror, a lot of sci-fi and horror. There's a number of people who already knew of Comet TV, and they said they started watching it on the channel here. So you guys let me know if you checked out Comet TV and let me know what you're watching. I know someone recently gave a shout out and said they're watching the Godzilla movies like a month or two ago on Comet TV. But yeah, this is cool. Skynet t-shirt. And then I'll have to get some muscles though to go with this shirt. Maybe they're trolling me. And then the Blair Witch little ornament. That is neat. Anyhow, thanks very much. Comet TV sending a little box of goodies, and also Rose for the insane friggin' clicker sculpture. That is awesome.